Hey guys, I'm Billy.
And I'm Don.
And you're watching Nerd Review.
So today we're going to do a review of shows that we like to watch weekly. Starting with Sunday, going through Saturday, we've got The Walking Dead, Gotham, Flash, iZombie, Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D., Arrow, Goldbergs, and Power Rangers. So, let's go ahead and get started. Walking Dead.
Alright, so I have not seen anything past the mid-season finale, so...
But she needs to get caught up.
I need to get caught up, but I don't have a chance to watch it. But he's watched it all, so...
Alright, what was the name of the...
the name of the episode was Conquer.
Conquer. Alright, so this episode was the season finale of The Walking Dead, and it had me on edge the entire time that I was watching it. And basically while I was watching it, I said, I've devoted 5 years to The Walking Dead, and I'm about to stop watching The Walking Dead.
Is that bad?
Oh, it was good.
Oh.
But, like, Glenn was covered with zombies, and that preacher guy was being a real big butthead. And
I don't like him anyway.
Sasha's got, like, PTSD. Rick can't decide if he's going crazy or not. And then, of course, there's the drunk husband to the woman that Rick's falling for now, and big love triangle. And the drunk husband ends up killing the patriarch of their new community with Sasha's samurai sword, which...
Sasha?
Not Sasha, Michonne's samurai sword. And then the matriarch of the community just gives Rick the order to shoot that guy, and he does, like an attack dog, without any hesitation. But then Morgan shows up from the first, like, episode or two, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I love Morgan.
Yeah, and he sees what Rick's done, and Morgan's all about, like, every life is precious, and Rick just shot a guy right in the head in front of him, so it ends like that, and it's just like, ah!
And real quick, since you mentioned Morgan, the actor's name is Lenny James, and last year before last, I can't remember which, he did another show called Low Winter Sun. It was just a one-season thing. I think it was just didn't get picked up for a second season or whatever. But it was pretty cool. You check that out if you haven't already.
So, that's the season finale of The Walking Dead, which means we have to wait for Game of Thrones, which starts on April 12th.
And also, I believe next year they're going to start the Fear the Walking Dead, the second Walking Dead show.
Yeah, I don't understand what that's going to be.
It's going to be like the same world, but set in the West Coast.
Oh, so like a completely different
group.
Cast and all that? That's interesting.
But I think it's going to be set earlier, like at the beginning of the...
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a small chance of things...
Like intertwining and whatnot. Yeah. That'd be cool.
Right, so next is Gotham.
Gotham!
That doesn't come back until the 13th. I haven't been, like, I liked it a lot at first, but the last,
it's been dripping downhill.
Yeah.
I don't like Fish movie.
Not at all.
And her getting into, like, she popped her own eye out.
It was so gross.
Yeah, like...
The only characters on that show that I like are Riddler and Harvey Bullock, who is fantastic.
Bullock is awesome.
And, who else? I kind of like that Jerome guy, the guy that played, like, a Joker type character. Alfred is fantastic. If you didn't know, the guy who plays Alfred is actually the third, I'm not sure, Doctor Who, son. It's his son.
Okay. Yeah, I really wish that when the boat got attacked, that Fishman would have just died and would have been done with that. But, alright. Next, Flash.
Flash was fantastic.
Flash was incredible. What was the name of the episode?
It was Tricksters, and it had Mark Hamill playing his original Trickster character from the old show.
And what was so incredible about that was not only did they have the original Trickster, but then he held the original Flash hostage, and it was so cool.
It was very cool.
If you don't know, the father of Barry Allen is the original Flash from the 80s show.
I think it was 90s.
90s show? I thought it was later, earlier than that. Man, that's poor
like
graphics for that TV show. And Mark Hamill got his line to say, "I am your father."
That was so good.
No.
And we saw a lot of Eobard Thrawn.
Yes. The backstory of what actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it turns out the actual Wells is not a bad guy. He was actually a pretty good guy.
Yeah, so it's not even him. It's Eobard Thrawn somehow, or Thrawn. I keep saying Thrawn.
She's laughing at you.
Keeps he like absorbed his
Like
DNA
molecular
into him.
structure or something like that. So yeah, that was fantastic. I mean, like, Flash has just been incredible so far. Especially, like, with him going back in time. Like, man, I was so, like, my heart was ripped open when that episode happened. Because I was like, he has to do everything the same thing or it's not going to happen. And, like, him and West are supposed to get together. And
Also, this was the first time he's phased.
Yeah, that's true.
And Harrison Wells talked him through it. And he obviously...
Like, knows
knows what it feels like.
Speed Force was like.
Yeah,
so.
They actually said Speed Force like twice.
Yeah, that was nice.
So that was cool. It was a fantastic episode. Now, Flash and Arrow are taking a break next week. Or this week. Whatever it is.
That's upsetting.
Yeah.
Alright, but before we get to Arrow, let's do iZombie.
So I am loving iZombie. In case you didn't know, the girl who plays her, her name's Rose McIver.
Okay.
She was the yellow RPM Power Ranger.
Yep.
And she is fantastic. Every actor on there I like so far. Her boss at the corners or whatever.
Yeah, he's
pretty awesome. He's like an Indian British guy. And
my favorite is I guess the villain in the show.
Yeah, he was Adam on Heroes.
Yeah, he's the one who practically started the zombie outbreak by dealing the drug that caused the infection.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just really cool. He's like sly, slick.
Yeah.
I like him.
And in this episode, she ate the brains of a hitman. So she was all cold and
pathological.
And, yeah, like sociopath type thing.
Care. Yeah,
it was very cool.
Yeah.
And the name of that episode was the Exterminator.
Exterminator.
And then so after that, S.h.i.e.L.D. S.h.i.e.L.D. You don't watch S.h.i.E.L.D., right?
Yep. So take it.
So I watched S.h.i.e.L.D. and this show started out horrible the first few episodes until Winter Soldier came out, and then it got really good. Ever since the mid-season finale this year, it has been really good. I'm really enjoying having Mockingbird on there. What's that guy's name? Mac, that other guy. They're doing the whole real S.h.i.E.L.D. thing. It's
Real
just
S.h.i.E.L.D.
Yeah. Basically, there's like two different factions of S.h.i.E.L.D.
Okay.
And they're going at it or whatever, and it's just so cool. This episode had a big fight scene between Mockingbird and May, and it was really, really cool. And I've heard a rumor that they're trying to whenever Scarlett Johansson decides to stop playing
Black
Widow, that Mockingbird's going to take her place in the movies. So that'd be pretty cool. I mean, it is Adrian Pilecki, so big actor anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So the name of this episode was One Door Closes.
Next is Arrow,
which was also fantastic.
What was the name of that?
That was Public Enemy.
Public Enemy.
Yeah.
So, obviously, with a name like Public Enemy, you know that the whole thing with Raish is continuing, and they're Raz. How do you like to say it? I like to say Raz.
I've heard Raish himself has said it both ways on the show.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Anyway, because they say Raish mostly, I'm going to say Raish, but I like saying Raz. So obviously his whole thing's continuing. The cops are looking for him. Raish tells the now captain, right?
Mm-hmm.
That Oliver Queen is the Arrow, and then
he gives himself up. Oliver does.
Yeah.
And then Roy comes in the Arrow costume and says "No, I'm him."
The Green Arrow.
So
and Colton Hayes, I actually follow him on Instagram. He's Roy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And he said that this coming up week's is going to be even better than last week's. So
That's cool.
much to look forward to.
My only problem with this episode, or this current arc, is that Quentin Lance, the
Right.
captain, who's played by Paul Blackthorne, is that his name? I love that actor, and he's just not being like, he's turning into kind of like a antagonist for the show, and it sucks because I really like that character, and I got a feeling he's gonna die or something soon.
But the thing is like he's still being a great actor.
Oh yeah, he's a fantastic actor. I mean, he played in the Dresden Files show, which was absolutely terrible, but he was a good actor in it. And it's based on a fantastic book series.
What did you see about the season finales or whatever of?
Right. So I saw the trailer for the season finale of Flash.
When's that? You know.
Several more weeks ago. So we're on episode like 18 or something now, and it goes up to like 23.
Nice.
But in the season finale of Flash, it's got I think the Atom was in it, but I don't remember for sure. And Firestorm was in it, and Arrow in a League of Assassins costume. So apparently he might be going to take the job.
I doubt it, but
You never know.
So like when it comes to shows like Arrow and Flash, like I at first had a big like I don't want to watch it because especially with Arrow, like the storyline was different from the comics.
Well, basically he's Batman with a bow and arrow.
Right. Justin Hartley was the guy who played Oliver Queen in
Speaking
Smallville.
of Justin Hartley, I've been thinking a lot lately. Like they've already shown Connor, his son, Arrow's son, like
Right.
just like, or they didn't show him, but they mentioned him.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like it'd be so cool. They're probably not gonna do this, but it'd be so cool if like the series finale, several years down the road, if they do a flash forward to Connor becoming the Arrow, and have Justin Hartley come in as him.
That'd be interesting.
Just as like a little after credits thing.
But yeah, since they had already one actor playing him, and then like they messed up the storyline, I was like, man, I really just don't want to watch that. But then I read something that was actually pretty interesting, and it said basically just think about it as like the Earth 1, Earth 2, all the different universes that are in the multiverse of DC. So it's actually a good show, even if you're a stickler for the comic book storylines. Just think about it that way, and everything goes great.
Right. So that was Arrow. Starting next year, they're building up for a new team up show, and they haven't said the name yet, but I'm guessing it's gonna be like Justice Society or Brave and the Bold or something along that nature. It's gonna be the Atom, Firestorm, Hawkgirl, which I'm really excited about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the character, but the guy who played Rory on Doctor Who, Amy Pond's husband, he's gonna be playing a superhero character on there. The girl who played Canary, I can't think of her name. You know what her name is? Which Laurel's sister?
No, I don't.
Sarah Lance.
Yeah.
Anyway, her. I don't know if she's gonna come back to life from a Lazarus pit, or if she's gonna play an entirely different character, or what. But she's gonna be in it in some way. Captain Cold and Heatwave are gonna be in it. It's gonna be awesome. So I'm really looking forward to that. I've been hearing a lot about it.
Cool.
They're probably gonna explain all this stuff in Comic-Con, I believe.
All right.
So anyway, look forward to that. Now, next thing is the Goldbergs. This is my favorite sitcom ever. It's the funniest damn thing ever.
And I say that it's not Seinfeld, therefore it's not the best sitcom ever.
Well, it's hilarious. Every single actor is perfect for their roles. And now he hasn't seen any of them, so he don't know what he's talking about. But the writing is fantastic. Basically, if you haven't seen it, it is in real life. This guy named Adam Goldberg grew up in the '80s. He had a video camera and he had a crazy family, and he recorded everything. So now he's an adult and he makes this TV show with actors playing his family. I mean, there's differences, of course. I mean, like for example, he had an older brother named Eric, and there's a girl named Erica. That's his sister on the show. Which, I mean, they needed a girl on the show because it was 3 brothers so now it's 2 brothers and a sister and stuff like that. But fantastic show. It's set, like I said, set in the '80s, and it's not set in a specific year. It always starts out with this happened on whatever 1980 something. It's Patton Oswalt does the voiceover, which is pretty awesome. But so I mean, it could be stuff from early '80s and late '80s happening in the same episode because it's set in the '80s, So, like I said, it's just fantastic. So in this episode, it was called the Atom Bomb, and Perry and Adam, the 2 boys, were feuding. Like it started out like Barry had gotten was it Charles Barkley, the basketball player, one of his shoes autographed. Like, so Adam found some other shoe and like put it in the dryer and got it all messed up and gave it to him as an April Fool's joke and made him think that was the real one. So when he came in with the real one to be like, April Fool's, he was in there smashing his, I think it was Castle Grayskull toy. And it just like back and forth, they were just destroying each other's stuff and everything. So then Barry, who is an idiot, saw on the news the Berlin Wall falling, and had David Hasselhoff on TV like singing in a light up jacket, and Barry comes to Adam and he's like, I saw David Hasselhoff on TV in a light up jacket, singing on the Great Wall of China about East and West Russia coming together. I think I rewound it like 3 or 4 times and watched him say that because it was so funny. Everything on this show was fantastic. Last year, on the Halloween episode, the grandpa, who is probably the best actor on the show, he is hilarious. He comes in, he like busts in the door in his Ghostbuster costume and says, "Who you gonna telephone?" That's hilarious. But anyway, so I'm going off on a tangent here, but definitely, out of all these shows, if you like comedy, that's what you need to be watching because it is hilarious.
You want to know what else is hilarious? This week's episode of Power Rangers.
Yes.
It was... what was it called?
Double Ranger, Double Danger.
Double Ranger, Double Danger. So they had, obviously, a monster that could clone the villains to look like Rangers. Cool. The only thing that was worth it being a mid-season finale on episode 8...
Yeah.
So the only thing worth anything in that episode was the fact that you found out something is inside of Fury and Fury's trying to gain control over it. Which in the Sentai, it was the Gold Ranger, and Fury's actually like this bit of armor that possesses people.
Right.
Some speculation could be that it could be the Gold Ranger still.
Or the Red Ranger's dad. It kind of led to that too.
Yeah, the Red Ranger's dad is what I was going to get to. But they would actually have footage for it being the Gold Ranger inside. But
right.
The Red Ranger's dad would be interesting, and if he was like the Silver Ranger, the last Ranger or something, you know.
There was a gold like aura coming out
of
Fury though.
Mm-hmm. And it stopped him from actually killing Tyler.
Right.
So,
I mean, it was an okay episode. I really thought that, last year or a year before last on Super Mega Force. Well, I guess that was last year. Mid-season finale, or actually was it the mid-season finale or the episode before mid-season finale? The Silver Ranger showed up. So I figured, Gold Ranger today. No. Mm-mm. No Gold Ranger. Yeah. And I mean, even the Cyan or Aqua Ranger or whatever.
We're still waiting for him.
Because in Sentai, like, you'd already seen like 3 Rangers by now. Like 3 extra Rangers by now. Because there's like 11 or 12 in this series.
Yeah. There's 10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay. But there's 2 purples, right? A male and a female.
Yeah, but they only use 1 at a time.
Right, but I mean that's still 11. Anyway.
Well, if you want to do that, there's 12 for the 00, the Spinosaurus, whatever it is.
I don't know what that is. I didn't get that far.
Speaking of Gold Rangers though, Ninja released what their 6th Ranger's gonna look like. He's gold.
Yes, he looks cool as hell.
Like a rock star.
Yeah, he's got like a guitar axe or something.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Which I haven't seen any Ninja yet, but
it's awesome. You should. Alright, so in other news, Daredevil is coming out on the 10th. It's going to be a Netflix show, so all of your binge needs will be fulfilled on the 10th.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Have you seen the trailer for it yet?
No, not yet.
It looks so cool. It looks like it's going to be like not only like a Daredevil story, but it's going to be like really centric on Kingpin also. And what's that guy's name? Vincent D'Onofrio, is that his name?
Yeah.
So he's going to be playing Kingpin, and it just looks fantastic. I am so excited. It looks like he's going to be wearing the black costume the whole time. Maybe get the red costume at the end.
That'd be interesting.
I'd like him to put on the yellow costume for a little while. That'd be awesome.
That was pretty cool.
But I don't see that happening. But so we'll definitely talk about that next week. Let's see. Next, what is it? The 14th, I said? The Batman versus Robin DVD comes out.
Yep.
So we'll talk about that next week probably. There's a lot of really cool stuff going on right now and like nerd stuff.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be a nerd.
I can't believe Flash and Arrow are going to go on hiatus again.
It's just 1 week. It sucks, but it's just 1 week. At least we don't have to watch Gotham for a while.
All right. Well, I'm Don, and this is Billy, and this is Nerd Review.
And this is our new show. Hope you like it. Let us know what you think about it.
Check us out on Instagram and Facebook at Nerd Review YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends.
See y'all next time.